هذا يوم انفصل بي من السرطان توفيت. كل يوم اشتاق له. عبالي من اجي من البيت العب باسكل واجي اطب باسكل اصيح امي ما القاها.
ان شاء الله سبحانه وتعالى ما يقطع، اكو طيبين واكو ناس خيره. انا هسه تفاجئت طبيت عليه مباشره، شنو هذا كله يعني يحفزني على الحياه. اكو امل بالدنيا بعد، اكو خيرين. الله واهل البيت يعني ان شاء الله ماكو شيء يصعب. طيبين. بالنسبه لقصه امهم مرض سرطان جاها يعني مفاجئ بسبب عمليه زائده وشكل عند هذا المرض والعندي والما عندي ما قدرت على علاجها صراحه الا ان توفت. وتركت لي ذول الاطفال الاثنين واللي انا ابتليت بيهم بلاء هسه اعتبارا ان هذا امتحان اللي رباني. انا اللي قايب عيشتهم وانا رجال كبير يعني انا يريد مني يعيني. زين والان انا متكلف وقاعد بهذا الوضع بهذا البيت التعبان رطوبه صاعده متر وشويه وشقف وشوف. وهاي قدامكم انتم تشوفون بعد. وان شاء الله هو الموجود اللي سخركم ودزكم عليه هنا واهلا وسهلا بكم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm in Hayy al-Askari, Karbala, with two young gentlemen here who unfortunately lost their mother due to cancer. Now, unfortunately, the father, he couldn't afford to pay for the mother's treatment for cancer and so forth, and unfortunately lost their mother due to cancer. Because of his old age and also his wellness, he cannot work and look after the children. It's very, very difficult for him to work, and he has to juggle between whether working or looking after the children, so forth. I'd like to thank Haji Hussein, Amir and Hussein for inviting me to their home and showing me how they live. And this is one of the projects that we have at Imam Hussein Charity, helping young boys like this and families who have, less and difficulties, impoverishment, and helping them in order for them to have a better life here in Karbala. Now, when I came in, they were very, very hospitable, very, very welcoming. Haji himself, if you can see, his clothes are dirty for cleaning me. Like I sat on that green chair over there, and he cleaned it himself. The boys as well were asking me, would you like this, would you like that? Whatever they could give, whatever they could offer me as a guest, they did and they offered. And I, inshallah, I ask you brothers and sisters to help such a family who have been so hospitable and so nice to me. Even though that they don't have much, they were still willing to offer and give with sincerity and humbleness. So I ask and I plead, please brothers and sisters, help this family in order for them to achieve a better standard of living.
Your donation can be the difference between a life of hardship and a life of hope for the families in need.
Come to work with me as a presenter at the
العيني هسه هاي اليسرى ما اشوف بيها. ألم بالراس وارتفاخ البطن. يعني لازم عملية جراحية. ابني عنده
أسود محمد عباس عمره 13 سنة. أتمنى بالعيد يجيبوا له طيارة.
Young Asad over here told us that he wanted a helicopter for Eid this year, so we went and got him one. Ali?
شكرا عايشتي.
Every child deserves to feel loved and appreciated. Join us in making Eid special for orphans by donating to our campaign.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على خير الأنبياء والمرسلين وحبيبي إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل
محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين. Distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, dear viewers at home, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ali Fadil. With me is the lovely Sayyid Muhsin Shah. As always, do you know the tree called the evergreen tree?
Yes.
Do you know?
I know the evergreen.
Yeah, so it's just green wherever,
in
in any season.
Yeah, so
all
it's green,
season. Yeah. So the evergreen Sayyid Muhsin, he's always with us, no matter come rain, shine, sun,
And the
snow.
ever talented and full of noor,
Thank you
Mullah
very
Ali
much.
Father.
Thank you very much. Well, look, in any case, brothers and sisters, you are watching the Imam Hussein Charity live fundraising show. We are drawing or coming close towards the end of Ramadan now.
2-3 days left?
It's 2 or 3 days left. And just to reflect on some of the thoughts and the ideas that we've had over the last couple of weeks. We've had the martyrdoms of both Abu Talib alayhi salam and Khadija alayhi salam in the beginning of Ramadan. We've had the milad of Imam Hassan alayhi salam, Kareem of the Ahlul Bayt, the one who's the generous of the Ahlul Bayt. And there was a lot of donations given in the name of Imam Hassan alayhi salam. We had the week of the nights of Qadr, but also the istishhad of Imam Ali alayhi salam. And now we are drawing towards the end of Ramadan. A lot of people have switched their minds towards Eid and post Eid and what exactly they'll be doing come Monday morning, because come Monday morning they won't be fasting anymore. So that coffee is back, the drinks are back and the food are back. But in all seriousness, let's spare a thought for those who are in need, those who are underprivileged, those who are every single day is a struggle, let alone what coffee they want to get. It's actually what means do they have in order to survive that day. Not to sound so grim, because the last month has been absolutely amazing in terms of the feedback from the audience, from you guys at home who haven't held back at all when it comes to the spare change that you have, or even some of the savings. We've had young children saying, Muhsin, calling up and saying, look, my savings are £50, £60, I want to give it all to charity, give it all to the orphans, which is a fantastic thing. So we're having a last couple of days, a last push, so that you can get the thawab of, inshallah, donating to those who are in need. Sayyid Muhsin, as always, how do they contact us?
They can contact us via the telephone 0203 515 1122. You can visit the website www.imamhusseincharity.com, or you can get the QR code. I think it's right there.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Do you like it? I can see my legs were behind it, so
it's
quite straightforward. It's quite straightforward. But if you get your phone, get your camera, just scan the QR code there. A link will come up. Click the link, it will take you straight to the website. All the information, all the campaigns, and how to donate are there.
I'll tell you how easy it was. A couple of weeks ago, I was on the show, and my mother was watching. She speaks very, very limited English. So everything that we're saying to her, she'll probably get a couple of words from it. However, all she needed to do was take her phone out and scan that code. And when she scanned that code, everything was simple. So, language is not a barrier, dear brothers and sisters at home. If you are watching, you don't understand a word what I'm saying, all you need to do is طلع telephone and take a photo of this. هذا هنا. Yep, just take a photo. How do you say that in Urdu or Punjabi? Or?
I'll do it in Punjabi because that's my mother's tongue.
Yeah, go on. How do you?
नाज़रीन दोस्तों, अगर तुसी डोनेशन करना चाहते हो, अपना फोन फाड़ के, ठीक है, कैमरा खोल के, तुसी ए चीज इथे स्कैन करो तुसी, ते फौरन तुसी वेबसाइट पे जा सकते हो, उसे डोनेशन कर सकते हो.
Okay, cool. I'm only laughing because genuinely in Arabic I'm trying to translate it as well, and it's very, very difficult. But للمشاهدين الكرام اللي بالبيوت اللي يتابعون مشاهدين اللي يتابعون, I'm sorry, I've had nothing to eat for iftar, so I'm still all over the place. But anyway, المشاهدين الكرام المتابعين اللي بالبيت, بس طلعوا تليفوناتكم واخذوا صورة هاي الشغلة هاي هنا. ها شوف هذا وي ها هذا. إذا تطقون صورة لهاي الشغلة هاي هنا راح يطلع لكم في الويب سايت. الويب سايت بيها معلومات شلون تدزون
هلا
شو اسمه
الانترنت ويب سايت
الدونيشن التبرعات. All right, we got there in the end. So those of you who want to be incentivized to take part in the donation, absolutely fine, because yesterday we told you that the competition has resumed. The daily competition, the daily question has resumed. What was yesterday's question saying?
It was how many who spent 14 years which Imam spent 14 years in prison?
Yes, and the correct answer is
It is Imam Musa al-Qadhim.
Imam al-Kadhim alayhi salam is the one that spent more than...
What was the name of the prison? Hindi, something like that was called. Sindhi?
Sindhi.
Sindhi, yeah.
The
prison of Sindhi.
It was 3 or 4 different prisons, but I think he ended up in the Sindhi prison.
I think he spent the longest reign there. Yeah.
So that was yesterday's competition. We had loads of questions come in, loads of answers come in, and the correct answer was Imam al-Kadhim alayhi salam. The person who has won, if you're watching today, hopefully, if you took part yesterday, you're watching today. The winner of yesterday's question is Ali Abbas Bojani.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad
wa Ali.
Big up Ali Abbas Bojani.
Ali Abbas Bojani, thank you so much for your donation.
Excellent.
You have a fantastic handmade crafted jewelry.
What's men's jewelry? A jewelry piece.
A jewelry piece that was made specifically for Imam Hussein Charity.
Exclusively for Imam Hussein Charity.
Exclusively for Imam Hussein Charity.
And you get a choice of colours. I'd recommend the rose gold. It's quite nice actually.
Which ones come in rose gold?
They all do.
Oh,
do you want to see one?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
I'll show you the rose gold one. It was the moon yesterday. Yeah, look at that. You can see.
Fantastic. That is the rose gold. So the Qamar Bani Hashim one is the rose gold one.
I think all of them come. Yeah. Black, rose gold,
all of
silver,
them
and gold as well, isn't it?
And gold. 4 colours on all variations.
4 colours on all 3 variations.
Gold, rose gold, silver, and black.
Yeah.
That's the rose gold one. That is absolutely stunning. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. Right. So, fantastic. Cool. So for today's question, we've given you a bit of a curveball.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Have we?
It is an Islamic question, but it's not a history question.
Oh.
It's not a fiqh question.
Okay.
It's not a history question, as I mentioned. Today's question is: Name. What is the name of our sister organization that carries out the projects in Iraq?
Oh, interesting. We have mentioned it.
We mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to mention it maybe 3 or 4 times during the show.
Okay, so we have to pay attention.
So you got to pay attention. Yeah, Misbah al-Hussein. So, what is the name of our sister organization that carries out the projects in Iraq? Did I say it right?
That's correct. And also, if you want to find the answer, I believe Imam Hussein TV has a documentary on it. Haji Mustafa Masood did a documentary on the company. The name will be all over.
Also, you might want to pay attention to some of the scenes that's coming on here, because
the name
you
will be
might get the name pop up. So you're going to have to watch the whole show.
Inshallah.
Okay, if you want to get a clue. So, in order to get involved, all you have to do is send in a screenshot of your donation, minimum £5 entry requirement, with your name, your location, any message that you want to give, and that will put you into the prize draw for the competition. So the prizes or the presents are as what you can see on the screen.
Let's have we'll try.
You might need to,
I'm looking at the cameraman there, Mr. Mohammed Marsh.
I'll tell you what's going on.
I do. So we can explain them. You have a pendant. There's a moon here that says Ya Qamar Bani Hashim. You also have a nice, I don't know what this shape is called.
This is a crescent moon.
No, this one in the middle.
This is a cylinder.
No, it's not. That should have been the question. What's the name of this shape? You could have taught us. Cool. Right, let me tilt it a bit. Oh, it's gone up.
Yeah, he's gonna.
There we go.
There we go. So this one says Ya Qamar Bani Hashim. Okay, it's a crescent moon. This oblongy cylinder long thing is a Ayat al-Tathir, and this one is extracts from Ziyarat Ashura. Extracts from Ziyarat Ashura. Right? Those are up for grabs.
Available in 4 colours.
Gold,
rose gold, silver and black.
Which is the fantastic thing. So, we do have a special guest.
Do we?
I mean, it's not going to be the 4 legends that were on yesterday. But we do have a special guest. He's going to be appearing on the show later on. So keep tabs on that. For now, we're going to go to a very, 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 very small break. We're going to show you a video, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the beautiful campaigns that will mean that you can get involved in the charity show. See you in a couple of minutes.
السلام عليكم، اسمي رفال عايد، عمري 6 سنين. أنا مشتاقة لبابا. بابا مات من عمري من سنة صغيرة. أنا أريد بالعيد لعابي. اسمي عايدة ولا 4. أتمنى بابا يموت. بابا ميت. أحب للعيد أدي لعابي.
Sisters Rafal and Russell wanted those for their dua to come true. Thanks to your donations, we made that happen.
Let's spread joy this Eid by giving gifts to orphans. Your donation can make a child's dream come true.
أنا اسمي مصطفى محمد حسن، عمري 7 سنوات. أنا للعيد الطيارة وألعب بيها وأتونس.
Young Mujtaba, his dua was for a drone. So this Eid, thanks to your donations, we're getting him and giving him a drone.
مشكور إمام الحسين شاريتي.
Help make a child's dua come true this Eid. Donate now to give a gift to an orphan in need.
سلت عباس عمره 7 سنين، بابا ميت، مستقل بابا، أريد بابا بالعيد يشتري لي سيارة.
Sanad wanted an SUV, and thanks to your donations, we made his dua come true with Imam Hussein Charity. Look how happy he is. A smile like that costs nothing, and for these guys, it's priceless.
Let's make sure no orphan feels left out this Eid. Donate to our campaign and help us bring a smile to their faces.
والله كان قبل هو زوجي، كان هو يجيب المسواق، هو الجهال ياخذهم المدرسة، وبعدين من توفى واحترق، طقت عليه مولده واحترق، صار فرق هواية. طبعا هم كانوا صغار وأنا المعيشة صعبة، ما أقدر لهالمعيشة، فذول بصف الرابع وصف الثالث طلعوا من المدرسة، لأن أنا ما أقدر، هم يردون يعينوني وأنا مريضة ما أقدر، عندي صمام، عندي ذبحة بالقليل ما أقدر. خطية هم يروحون يشتغلون عربانة، يجيب له 2003 بالعربانة، ومدبرين حالتنا من ذاك الوقت لهالوقت. يحبون يروحون المدرسة بس غير صعبة، ماكو مثل فلوس مثل يروحون بيها، هاي ما عندهم، وما طلعوا من المدرسة. جينا قاموا أهل الخير بعد، هاي البيت هذا ما سوى واحد متبرع لجان، سوى هذا البيت، حط له قطعة بالصالة. والدته متوفية، ما أدري أختي، قال لنا موت شنو أسوي لكم، تقروا لها الفاتحة. صدق أنا هم دائما أقرأ لها الفاتحة، أسوي لها ثواب. أتمنى والله تجيني زوار بالأربعيني، أتمنى عندي ديوانية وأحطهم بيها، أسميها حسيني، وأفرشها وأحط لها وأخلي في زوار أجيبهم يأكلون يشربون. أتمنى يعني هسه غسالة عندي أغسل بها دون جهاد. أتمنى عندي جيزة ماي وحار وبارد.
أتمنى أبوي موجود، يعني يسوي المستحيل كل شيء على مود.
Girls like Sarah are ambitious and motivated. They want to learn and they want to be that difference to help not just only their family but the whole community around here, and also make Iraq a better place. Here at the Imam Hussein Charity, we have programs to help families like these. We can provide clothes, we can provide medicine, we can provide sponsorship for education, we can provide food during Ramadan, and also we can provide maintenance to help pay for electricity bills and to help pay rent and so forth. But this cannot work without your donations and your support. Brothers and sisters, I plead and I ask you, please support the Imam Hussein Charity so that we can help families like these.
By donating, you're not just giving money, you're giving hope and a chance for a better life.
Okay, welcome back to Imam Hussein Charity. You are watching live from London. So wherever you are, good afternoon. It may be a good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. If you've had your iftar, I hope it's a nice iftar. If you haven't and you're waiting for your iftar, likewise, inshallah, all is well. But guess what?
What?
Again. There's those
you got
out
a
there.
ticket. Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry.
there are those out there that can't look forward to a nutritious meal, not just a meal, because I was reading stats as well.
Yes.
In terms of nutritious meals, that's very, very scarce.
It was 3 billion something. People will not have a nutritious meal tonight.
Yeah.
And that's almost half of the world. Well, split this, but you can say a third of the world will not receive a nutritious meal tonight. My brothers and sisters.
So we did mention, we did mention that the question of the day is what is the sister organization of Imam Hussein Charity that conducts...
Says it on his back.
That conducts the projects there in Iraq.
I think there's some information as well on our website.
There we go. Okay.
There's some information on our website, so you can go to www.imamhusseincharity.com, look around there, there will be a section on the information.
Speaking of information, there are many ways that the lovely ladies and gentlemen at home can donate.
Indeed.
Talk us through some of the campaigns.
So the campaign that we were doing, the main campaign we did throughout the whole of Ramadan was the iftar pack. You know, a small pack that will give, you know, enough food, essentials for a family to, you know, have iftar and for suhoor as well. We also had £50 a month to sponsor an orphan, and that would go towards new clothes, tuition fees, traveling to school and so forth, and buying school equipment. We also had £100 to help with medical aid, whether it was prescriptions, dialysis, different other procedures and so forth. £250 helped repair a home for a lot of these orphans and widows who live in the most dire situations, the most basic. And sometimes it's not even enough to protect them from the weather.
Wow.
£250 would have gone in to help repair electricity, plumbing, plastering, whatever they needed. £500 would have given an individual the skill set, whether it was barbering, whether it was carpentry, cooking, bus driving, textiles, sewing. They could start their own business and contribute to maybe a company, get a job and help themselves get out of poverty. And of course the £1,400 to help southern villages in Pakistan to provide fresh, clean water for them to drink, sanitize, and also to grow their crops.
Absolutely.
And not forgetting, as we're getting close to Eid,
yes,
£25.
This is the one.
To make a dua come true, where we will give an orphan.
It says £35 on the screen. I'm going to look at the producers and tell me, producers, is it 35 or 25? We want to confirm that quickly. 35 or 20? 25?
25.
Okay, cool, because the thingy says...
We're giving
35.
you £10 off.
Okay, okay, fine.
We've got
like
a code.
Mashi. Okay, fine. So, who is going to be topping up that £10? Is it going to be... our next guest... How about this? Our next guest is going to be more than willing to top any £25 to £35. It's just £10. It could be 10 donations. It shouldn't be too much. However, we're going to welcome on our next guest after a very, very small break. So... we're going to watch a video, and when we come back, we'll welcome on our special guest for today. So see you in a couple of minutes.
3 عباس عمر 7 سنين. بابا ميت. مستقل بابا. أريد بابا بالعيد يشتري لي سيارة.
Son had wanted an SUV, and thanks to your donations, we made his dua come true with Imam Hussein Charity. Look how happy he is. A smile like that costs nothing, and for these guys, it's priceless.
Let's make sure no orphan feels left out this Eid. Donate to our campaign and help us bring a smile to their faces.
Imam Hussein Charity is giving you the chance to provide food baskets for destitute and impoverished families all over Iraq and Afghanistan. So let's see what your donation gets, Ali. We have oil, tomato paste, we have tahini, lentils, sugar, tea, pasta, tuna cans, salt, dates, rice. She would also be receiving fruit, vegetable and meats, and that comes fresh on the day delivery and only costs £30. Brothers and sisters, you can pay via bank transfer, PayPal, or you can visit www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Your donation can make a world of difference in the life of a hungry child.
Dear viewers of Imam Hussein Charity, you are watching live from London. Many thanks once again to those of you who are getting in touch. We are still waiting for your phone calls. Before the phone calls, before we tell you about anything, I have to welcome my special guest, or our special guest, onto the famous platform here. Many guests have been on before, but this guest is quite special because I would love to now welcome with Allah salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad, Sayyid Ali Radawi.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. MashaAllah, assalamu alaikum. How are you? Alhamdulillah. It's good to have you.
Likewise, pleasure to be here.
How's everything, Sayyid?
Well, alhamdulillah. You made me nervous now with that salawat.
La. As long as you're next to Sayyid Muhsin, he'll calm you down, he'll calm your nerves. It's all good. It's all good. Sayyid, now I ask the question to anyone that stands on this platform. Typically before the Ihya nights, it's the beginning of Ramadan, so I asked them, you know, what are your expectations of Ramadan in terms of what you'd like to get out of the month? Some people say, you know what, I want to increase my spirituality, I want to pray more, I want to fast more, I want to read Quran more. So now we're towards the end, and I'm sure that you had also these thoughts as well in the beginning, you know, I want to try and achieve something this Ramadan. Now we've come towards the end. Have you achieved what you wanted to achieve? How's it going, expectations-wise?
I think I have in a way.
Okay.
And reason is, it might sound a bit strange, but I think...
We like strange.
I think before I say something now.
Huh?
I'm not sure how strange you like things, but I think before I say something now.
You think before you say something?
So that was like one of the, you know, I had like a, if you want to call it resolution, was one of the things where I was like, you know, before I speak, I need to train myself to mentally know the word that's going to be uttered from the tongue before it comes out.
So right now you thought about everything that you said?
No, now you're here, I forgot everything.
Okay, well look.
No, but I have improved on myself when it comes to that.
So how's
in other words, I'm trying to say practice what you preach.
Okay, but so did you do it to improve yourself when it comes to like getting emotional, getting angry, or getting happy? Because sometimes we forget rationale, and we just say whatever comes to the heart, or whatever, you know, especially when our egos are hurt, whatever comes out comes out. Happens to me when I'm watching the football quite a lot. But like, how did you manage that? How did you, you know, deal with that?
What did you do to practice that? That's quite interesting. It is quite strange, by the way.
It is strange because no one really makes that as a resolution in Ramadan. But I found it's something that will connect me, inshallah, more to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it will ensure I don't become two-faced, if that's the right word. So I don't want to, well, pretty much I'm trying to practice what I preach, if that's the right
There's the film I watched, right? Eddie Murphy film, where there's a tree with leaves. Every time he speaks, the leaves come off. Right. So he's only allowed a certain amount of words. So he thinks very, very wisely before he says something. Because he knows once the leaves fall off, he dies.
Right.
So like...
Well, they say the more white hair, mashallah, the wiser we are.
Let's bring this back to away from Eddie Murphy and trees and dying. Let's bring this back to, I guess,
reality.
Important, reality. Look, Sayyidina, we want to draw on your valuable experience, especially when you go to Iraq itself. And I know that you've been to Iraq during a high season and a kind of a low season. What are your thoughts, especially when it comes to, for example, the high season of Arba'een? And you, for example, during the walk, or I don't know if you visited any orphanages, but what's the situation like when it comes to those who are in need during Arba'een time? And then I'll ask you how it's like outside of Arba'een.
You know, it's surprised that you mentioned this now, because if I think of it, the first experience I had in Arba'een, I was, I think, 16 or 17 years old. So this is a long time ago, about 12, 13 years ago. And I experienced something on the walk. And it wasn't as busy as it is now.
Yes. Back then it was...
although we were huge in numbers, maybe not in the tens of millions, but we were definitely 4, 5, 6 million at the very beginning. And we would see, like, I think orphans, and we would see, you know, people, villagers, if we can call them, trying to do everything they can in terms of khidmah, in terms of service. And then we sat, like we were with the group, and they'll verify the story, we sat with a group of mu'mineen, and they forced us to come into a khayma. And they explained that, for example, please eat from our food, because we have saved the entire year, the entire year, to ensure we can give in Arba'een to the Zuwar. So that really touched me, that someone who has nothing can give away everything.
That's amazing. And actually that's one of the stories that we mentioned a couple of weeks ago, in terms of, remember that the king who gets lost, and then he meets this villager, and the villager gave him everything he had, that villager. So the king, it was a sheep that he had to slaughter. So the king was like, look, you've given me, so the king's like, whatever you need, come to me, and I'm happy to help you. So there was a couple of years later, he went back to the kingdom, and the king was sitting with all his advisors, and the villager said, look, I need some help, what can you give me? So the king said, listen, the advisor said, let's give him a sheep, let's give him some money. The king said, no, I'm gonna give this guy, this villager, my whole kingdom, everything that I own, because this guy gave me everything that he owned. And this is related to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the izzah of Imam Hussein. He's given him everything because Imam Hussein gave everything in return. So it's like these guys have taken from Imam Hussein's message. Look, we're here to serve Imam Hussein, we're going to give everything that we have. So what was it like then outside of
Arba'in?
High season.
Okay, so outside of the high season, I've been during Fatimiyya season.
Okay.
But outside of the Fatimiyya season as well, I have been, which is where we went to a very prominent orphanage, where we actually saw orphans who had faced like seeing their parents killed.
Wow.
So it was like a very high level.
So these orphans probably suffer from trauma.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they speak to you about what they experience, you can see that trauma still alive.
Yeah, obviously the kids.
And one thing that they wanted was to know that they are in safe hands.
Wow.
Yeah, they have a roof on top of their head, or they have, for example, a place to sleep at night, or someone they can rely and maybe shed a few tears on. That's something, inshallah, I don't know, the charity I know works with the orphans, and I know there is a package where you can help the orphans. And believe me, anything little you give to them, Allah will go on.
So on that note, you've seen some of the campaigns that we have. Are there any campaigns that really resonate with you?
They all do.
Okay.
Best, I will say in particular the water one.
The water one?
The water one, because if there's one thing that my kids can get me up from bed, is Baba Atshan. Because we have this relationship with Karbala, you see? So that touches the string, 100%. And I've always said, if someone wants any, donations or contributions towards water, just don't even think twice. Just give it fi sabil, Aba Abdullah, and fi sabilillah.
Inshallah. Well, look, really appreciate your words of wisdom so far. You're still going to be there.
Okay.
So sit back, relax, get comfortable with Sayyid Muhsin, because essentially the Water Well campaign, as well as many other campaigns, are still available for you to be able to donate. As Sayyid Ali mentioned, water is, for us here living in the West, you don't have to think twice about clean, safe water. But there are millions out there in Pakistan, in Iraq, where water, they have to travel miles just to get clean, safe water and bring this back. To even think about that is really upsetting. Just to think about, I am thirsty. I need to then travel miles and miles and miles, or kilometers and kilometers, just to get water back to my family. And so look, even with this guy, for example, the water that they have isn't really safe. So there are many diseases that are there, and then that brings on other issues. So there's other health issues. If there's health issues, they can't work. If they can't work, their household is going to be affected. It's just a rolling, continuous effect. But you can make that change, brothers and sisters. You guys can get involved by donating to any one of those campaigns, whether it's the Water Well, because Sayyid Ali has mentioned that's close to his heart, whether it's the Iftar campaign, whether it's the orphan campaign, whether it's actually, I want to give my contribution to get a brother or a sister a skill set that they can develop so that they can self-sustain themselves for the future. That is also available for you as well. So there are many different campaigns that you can get involved in. One of the ones that we're pushing for this couple of days is the
Du'as Come True.
Beautiful. So this is what I love saying. I love it. Du'as Come True campaign. And that, by the way, Said, I wanted to get your opinion on as well, because you have 2 young girls, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So 2 young girls, and we were talking yesterday on the show, and we were saying how beautiful a smile of an orphan is, right? You've bought your girls, I'm sure, loads of gifts before, and when you see that smile on their face, it makes you happy. How do you think an orphan would feel? Actually, no, let me put that back. How do you think the donors would feel if they saw the smile on the face of a young girl or a young boy that their contribution has made?
If I said water plays with the heartstrings, this is like 10 times more.
I know.
It's like this is on a bigger scale. Because it's impossible not to feel joy in the child's smile. مستحيل. and you mentioned I've got 2 girls.
Yes.
And mashallah, I try my best to shower them with gifts and things. And every time I gift them something,
they're over the moon.
They're over the moon. And they forget any worry they have in the world. And as much as we say children are innocent, they have nothing to worry about. The moment you give them something, they forget about everything and they focus on that moment of happiness. To them, it means the world. They're still young. They don't understand how the world works. This is the world to them. And I know there is Eid. There is a campaign where you can donate towards Eid.
That's what we're talking about. What's it called?
So it's the Du'as Come True campaign.
Du'as Come True campaign. That's what we're talking about now.
Okay.
So that campaign specifically is £25. And that £25 will go towards a special gift that will be gifted to one of the young children. On that note, let's see a video of one of those kids who are smiling after receiving a gift.
رجع شوي لي ورا. رجع لي ورا. لي ورا لي ورا. رجع لي هناك رجعي. اوقف يمين.
ايه. لولو بابا. ماما.
انت شنو اسمك؟
لمس. انا حبيت. أنا حبيت لعبة.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We're here, Imam Hussein Charity with Make Du'as Come True. And I've got this special present for young Lulu who's running right now. And inshallah, thanks to your help and to your donations, Lulu has got her dua and her gift that she wanted.
Every child deserves to feel loved and appreciated. Join us in making Eid special for orphans by donating to our campaign.
أسود محمد عباس عمره 13 سنة أتمنى بالعيد يجيبوا لي طيارة.
Young Asad over here told us that he wanted a helicopter for Eid this year, so we went and got him one. Ali?
شكرا عايشتي.
Every child deserves to feel loved and appreciated. Join us in making Eid special for orphans by donating to our campaign.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome back, dear viewers of Imam Hussein Charity. You are watching the live fundraising show. And we're joined as ever by the evergreen Sayyid Muhsin, but also we're joined by our special guest Sayyid Ali Radawi, who has shared some very, very important updates and important points regarding a smile on a child's face. And we saw that video now.
We did.
Most of these kids, by the way, and I've seen videos, not the ones that you've seen now, but I've seen one which really, really got me. And it was a young girl, green eyes, very beautiful, mashallah alayha. And she was very, very, it's become so normal for her to say these words. It's upsetting for us to hear, but for her it's just become so normal. She's like, yeah, my father passed away from cancer. And I'm like, what? Okay. My father passed away from cancer. I miss him a lot. I wish that he could come back. But if I could get a gift, I'd love a gift. I'd love a doll. And it was just, you know, some of these kids were like, yeah, I want to do this, but she was just like, listen, you know, you guys have probably asked me a million times, but this is the way I am. Actually, you know what? The video is ready. Let's see this young girl.
أنا اسمي مريم عبد الهادي إبراهيم عمري 6 سنوات. بابا مات بسرطان. أنا دائما أشتاق لبابا. أتمنى بالعيد يصير عندي لعاب.
Maria wanted a frozen doll. And we made that happen thanks to your donations with Du'as Come True with Imam Hussein Charity.
Your donation can make a huge impact in the life of an orphan this Eid. Help us spread happiness and joy by giving a gift today.
So you see, brothers and sisters, her reaction, it's just become so normal for her to mention that, you know, her father has passed away from cancer and she would love a gift. But one thing that was mentioned to me, which I have to repeat, and I think all you guys can resonate as well, that I want you guys to be that father, that father figure to give her a gift and say, look, although you don't have a father, there are many, many different fathers out there who would love to look after you. You can be that father today by donating £25. Imam Ali alayhi salam was the father of orphans. And we know and we appreciate the impact that Imam Ali alayhi salam had on humanity, not just the Muslims, but humanity. We want to follow in his footsteps. So be that father to those orphans. And also, please do give us a call. We are waiting for your phone calls so we can hear your voice and find out how much, inshallah, you're going to be donating to the channel.
What's the telephone number?
The telephone number is
023 515 1122, inshallah. If you're international, you can use the WhatsApp number, which is over there. Oh, it's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
It was gone. It was there. It'll come back.
So actually, I want to ask it to both of you. Muhsin, firstly, before I go to Sayyid Ali. We hear a lot, and sometimes you're scrolling on your socials. And I'm guilty of it as well sometimes. You just become so numb, and I forgot the word that it was, but you just become...
it's neutralized or...
desensitized.
Desensitized, beautiful.
The word,
you just become so desensitized to things that are absolutely critical.
Yes.
But how do we... You've been in these videos, you've done it time and time again. How do you keep that passion?
I think what we become desensitized to is if there's a regular pattern, that the way they're showing and displaying the information.
Okay.
So you see a lot of charity movies and films, they're very similar.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, oh, okay, I've seen this, done that. But when it's raw footage, when it's real, when it's unscripted, they're like, look, this is what's going on right now. This is what we need. This is how we need your help. This is the people that are suffering, and they need the help right here, right now. It's not a case of in a couple of days, in a couple of weeks. No, it's right here, right now. These people have, no clothes to wear tomorrow. They're wearing the same dirty clothes, day in, day out. Or these kids, they don't have food for tomorrow, or tomorrow night they don't know what they're going to eat. Or there's a leak in the roof, and there's a storm coming or something. So I think this is how it touches me and reaches me. And I was blessed to go visit Karbala and visit these areas, and people who know me will be like, can ask me questions, and I've got other separate pictures and videos of when I was there, my travels and what I saw. And they're like, oh wow, is it really that bad? Is it really that? Oh, I'm definitely gonna donate. I'm definitely gonna help. I'm definitely gonna support.
So based on your experience, you're a man who's very well connected with different communities. In terms of being desensitized, I don't know how to pronounce the word properly.
That's great.
Desensitized.
Desensitized to calamities like this, because to them, this is a calamity every day. To us, it's like, oh, is this still happening? Let's just keep scrolling. How would we...
when there was the Syria and Turkey earthquake,
okay,
everyone tried to do their best to contribute to help those in need.
Yeah.
But they only did that once. So they were actually desensitized, and it's very important because they forgot of the normal lives that people are living every day who are less fortunate than us. And the fact that if we have become desensitized, that means we haven't been grateful and thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we need to remember they have less, we have more. And Allah can take that from us at any stage, at any point in our lives. And we would never want to be in a position like them where we ask other people, because wallah, believe me, it is embarrassing.
Indeed.
And it is not easy for you to go beg someone to help you bring food to the table, or to help you bring water home, or to help you bring clothes home for your children. As a human being, it's not a position you want to be in.
I mean, I've said this before on the show, the Iraqi people are very, very honorable people, and for them to sacrifice their dignity, for them to stoop that low, to be like, look, I'm desperate, I need help, I can't carry on anymore. Forget my honor and my my respect or the way I look. I need to feed my children tonight, tomorrow night, and so forth. And it's people don't understand the severity of the situation.
Absolutely. Look, it's very, very upsetting, ladies and gentlemen, but you can make that change. You can make that change, right? All you need to do is get in touch with us. Numbers on your screen, details are on your screen as well.
023 515 1122, or you can visit the website, and I think it's just there. Is that right?
No, that's the QR code.
Yeah, scan the QR code. Scan the QR code. It'll take you straight to the website. I forgot to mention this, but a bank transfer. All the details are right at the bottom there.
Fantastic.
And you can transfer that.
But we have a caller on the line, which is fantastic.
Inshallah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Ahlan wa sahlan.
Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm Mrs. Nasser, Abbas, and I'm from London.
Abbas, ahlan wa sahlan. Very, very, very nice to meet you. What's caused you to call in today? Why are you calling in?
MashaAllah, your jobs are done very well. You make people to feel really bad. We like to help to donation to the orphan.
Fantastic. It's very, very nice to hear. Can we ask how much you're donating today?
You said as a 25 pounds. I'll go for 25 pounds.
Allahumma salli ala
Muhammad wa ali
Thank
Muhammad.
you so much, Abbas.
Abbas, do you know what your donation is going to do today?
No, you explain to me.
It is going to put a smile on an orphaned child, especially when it comes to Eid. The amount of thawab is countless, Abbas. Thank you so much.
Thank you. جزاك الله خير. أهلا وسهلا. مع السلامة.
مع السلامة أهلا وسهلا. I was going to have more of a conversation, but no worries. But thank you very, very much, Abbas. Really, really appreciate it. But look, that is testament to the thoughts and the feelings of those sitting at home. By the way, I know people have probably tuned in now thinking, yes, Shia Voices in the next half an hour. It's an epic semi-final. It is an epic semi-final.
Oh, wow.
Today, tomorrow, and the day after. But since you're here, and since you're sitting back nice and relaxed, why don't you donate? Yeah, it's very, very simple. Why don't you donate? £25 goes towards making one of these orphans smile, inshallah, towards the end of Eid. Ramadan is going to go, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to end. Tomorrow is going to end. If Allah gives us life, the next week is going to end. This Ramadan is going to finish and go. Are you going to look back and say, you know what, maybe I could have done more? Yeah, because something I heard yesterday, I don't know who mentioned it. Anyway, I'll tell you what it was.
It was myself, I think. It was to do with when they died. And
when they died.
Yeah.
That really hit me. Because of everything, Sayyidina, of everything that you wish that you could go back and do. So once you've died, everything that you wish that you can go back and do. Just think of, it could be Salah, it could be Psalm, it could be Quran, Ahl al-Bayt, it could be my parents, it could be my children, it could be so many things. The one thing that those who have passed away want to come back and do is give charity. Is give charity. That for me was mind-blowing. Don't be one of those guys, okay? Donate now so that you can be part of the change. We have another caller on the line. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Having technical difficulties. If you could call back, we'd really appreciate it.
Okay.
And inshallah, we'll process your donation as well.
Okay, we have some donations. We have some donations. Right. Fantastic. Cool. Sayyidina, every time we're here, you have to make some noise. Like it has to be really, really high. Okay?
Come on.
Let's say it with okay, cool. We have £10, £100, £30, £75, $25, $10, £100, $20, and €50. MashaAllah. Muhammad. That is testament actually to the worldwide view of this show, because we have donations in dollars, pounds, and euros. Meaning that we can take all currencies, brothers and sisters.
Do you take a Bitcoin? Very random.
We're in the process of doing so. Amir Raza, are you here today? Do we have a thingy crypto
Good question.
wallet? Do you have a crypto wallet we can transfer over the thingy?
Okay, so today and yesterday, for those of you who are just joining us, by the way, yesterday we had the daily competition. The winner of that daily competition, to answer the question was, how many years? Which Imam spent 14 years?
Mr. Radu, do you know which Imam spent 14 years in prison?
In prison.
He's probably the most famous one to be in prison.
Imam al-Kadhim.
Yeah,
Imam al-Kadhim. Yes, fantastic. Imam al-Kadhim is the correct answer.
Wow.
Wa Ali Muhammad. So Imam al-Kadhim was the answer. The name that was drawn out was Ali Abbas Bojani, who has won a wonderful gift tailor-made for Imam Hussein Charity. For a chance for you to win that same gift, for today's question, we've changed it up slightly, because today's question is, what is the name of our sister organization that carries out the projects in Iraq? We've mentioned it a few times already, Misbah al-Hussein. We've already mentioned it a couple of times. So if you want to get involved, please do send in your a screenshot of your donation, minimum £5 entry requirement, your name, your location, any message that you want to put in there, and your name is going to be put into a hat, and that tomorrow will be drawn to see who won today's competition. Tomorrow's question will be revealed by our next host, because I unfortunately am not going to be there. And this is I said this is my last show, but this is actually my last show for the Ramadan. It's been an absolute pleasure. We have a couple of minutes. Sayyid, I'd love to go into you. You've said absolutely amazing stuff so far, by the way. And I just want to wrap it up, I guess, and give your final kind of thoughts on some of the campaigns, or why is it that people need to get involved now? Just your final thoughts on donating.
People need to get involved now, Mullah, is because they need the help now.
Yes.
And there's no point of us coming on here and asking the viewers to please contribute, please be generous, if you're just going to look at the screen and turn off and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
The reason that there's a live show here today, that means there is someone out there in the world, not just someone, millions of people out there in the world who need your kind generosity, inshallah. And if we are Shia, and we say Imam Ali is our identity, we identify as Shi'at Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. And just a few days ago we were commemorating his martyrdom.
Indeed.
And I learned why he was called Abul Aitam.
Okay.
Oh, actually, rather, when that title came.
Okay.
It wasn't during his lifetime.
Wow.
So, and if we're remembering orphans, so I'm going to paraphrase this, so I'd make no error here, inshallah. What I learned is that Ali ibn Abi Talib was known as the father of orphans after he was killed, because 2 or 3 days after he was struck, he passed away.
Yeah.
The orphans realized whoever was coming to look after us
is no
longer coming to look after us.
Okay.
So they went in search, where is this man that used to come hide his face? He never said, I am Imam Ali. He never said, I am the son of Abu Talib. And then they realized that was Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. And that's how he got the title, the father of orphans.
So we need to connect to Imam Ali alayhi salam as the father of orphans, because he did all of his work in absolute silence.
Yes, yes.
That's amazing.
Yes,
That is
yes.
absolutely amazing.
And that connected with me, because if we say we're Shia, and we have just come out those Layali al-Qadr, and we have just come out the nights of commemorating his martyrdom, let's try walk in his footsteps.
Inshallah.
This Ramadan, let's be in the footsteps of Amir al-Mu'mineen.
Absolutely, inshallah. And away from kind of charity, you as Sayyid Ali Radawi, what inshallah do you have planned for the next couple of months, even years?
In terms of,
just in terms of maybe albums, some projects that you'd love to share with the audience.
Okay, so there is inshallah a duet possibly coming for Muharram with a brother of mine.
Okay.
And inshallah, possibly this Muharram, I am in Karbala.
Ya Allah.
Serving, inshallah, different organizations.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Anything with Mullah Ali Father? No? In the pipeline?
Maybe in the pipeline?
Pray for us.
Is it?
Maybe.
Pray for us.
Maybe in the pipeline, inshallah. Inshallah. Well, look, Sayyid, it's been an absolute pleasure. Away from kind of the recitation world that you do so well in, just you as a person and what you're saying hopefully has resonated with the dear viewers at home. Sayyid Muhsin, any last words before I wrap it up?
All I'm going to say is that, brothers and sisters, we're coming towards Eid. Ramadan is almost over. And let's be real, this is the time we're spiritually charged. But how long is that spiritual charge going to last? Later, you're going to go back into your lives. So we're all guilty of it. And you go about living your life and so forth. And, you'll forget these orphans and you'll forget these widows. So now is the time to donate. Now is the time to make a difference. And inshallah, if you can continue and monthly donate, it will make a big, big impact to these people.
I've thrown my paper clip, whatever it was called. Clipboard. I've thrown it away for the last time. Usually that happens when the program is coming to an end.
It's like a mic drop, right?
Yes, it's a bit like a mic drop. But I want to thank every single one of you at home. Literally every single one of you at home, whether you've donated or you haven't donated, as long as you are now aware of the situation that's going on behind the scenes for Misbah al-Hussein, Misbah al-Hussein, right? So for those of you out there who have contributed to the absolutely amazing causes, thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. But the thanks is not from me. The thanks is not even from the channel. The thanks is not from the charity. The thanks is from the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. The thanks is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And hopefully He will be able to answer your call when there are times of need that you may have. Because a lot of the times is that we turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we turn towards the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam in times of need. When we are comfortable, we kind of forget. We do our basics. But when there's a time where it's critical, the Fatihat al-Banin comes out, the Khatmat al-Am comes out, all of these Khatmat come out, which is absolutely fine. That's why they're there. But don't forget that these people at home, these people who are living in the Middle East or in Pakistan or in Yemen, wherever they may be, they don't have you know, they turn to Allah every single day, but they also do require us who have that means to provide for them. And we're not providing for them because they are low and we are high. They are equal to us. This is the point here. They are equal to us. They've just had a different circumstance and we just had a different circumstance. We're just lucky to be here.
Yeah.
We're not privileged to be here. We're not it's not a privilege. It's not like what's the word? What's the I had a really good sentence in my head, but it's just gone. It's not like you know, we were born in this situation. And yeah, that's our right. It's not our right. Everything belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Everything that we have, whether it's you guys who are living in impoverished situations or us maybe living in better situations, we all return to our Lord and we all have to answer to our Lord. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you, will ask me, did you look after the orphans? Did you look after those who are less fortunate than you? So don't stop donating. Please do contribute. That's my mic drop. And I'm going to say this one last thing as well. Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and I always want to repeat this. Imam Hussein alayhi salam, on the day of Ashura, the land of Karbala, he made a call towards the hundreds of thousands, whoever it was in front of him. It doesn't matter, because that call of Hal min Nasirin Yansurana wasn't to them. It was to you and I 14 centuries later to answer that call. And the call was to whom, by the way? The call, who was the call about? He said, Hal min Nasirin Yansurana. He looked towards his left, he looked towards his right. Abu al-Fadl Abbas is now martyred. Qasim alayhi salam is martyred. Ali al-Akbar, all of his companions, all of them were martyred. He was looking for help for the women and the children. The orphans of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, the women who are going to be held captive. It's like when I look at these videos, I feel like it's Sayyidah Zainab, I feel like it's Sayyidah Ruqayya as well, calling out for help. You guys have to answer that call. In this day, right here, right now. Don't forget, Imam Hussein alayhi salam made that call. We're here to answer that call. I'm going to keep rambling on, and I don't want to ramble on anymore. And I want to say thank you very much to everyone who was watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi وبركاته.
فاطمة اتصل مواد كهربائية ما عندنا، لا ثلاجة لا مبردة لا غسالة، مواد غذائية.
اسمي فاطمة فتاح، عمري 8 سنوات. أنا مشتاقة لبابا. أنا أحب يجيبوا لي بالعيد العالم.
Fatima wanted a doll set. Thanks to your donations, you guys made her dua come true.
Let's make sure no orphan feels left out this Shahr Ramadan. Donate to our campaign and help us bring a smile to their faces.
السلام عليكم، عمري 5 سنوات، اسمي حسين. أحب العيد وواحد يجيب لي سيارة.
Hasuni wanted a truck, so with duas come true, we got him a truck, thanks to your donations.
Make a child's dua come true. Donate now.
أنا اسمي مريم عبد الهادي إبراهيم، عمري 6 سنوات. بابا مات بسرطان، أنا دائما أشتاق لبابا. أتمنى بالعيد يصير عندي لعاب.
Maria wanted a frozen doll, and we made that happen thanks to your donations with duas come true with Imam Hussein Charity.
Your donation can make a huge impact in the life of an orphan this Eid. Help us spread happiness and joy by giving a gift today.
السلام عليكم، أنا إبراهيم عمري 6، حتى أنا ودي التربية واشتاق له. ضل يشرب حبوب، ضل يشرب حبوب، نوبة طلع تدرن، نوبة مات. أنا أريد طيارة بالعيد مثلا، أي شيء. طيارة هاي الطيارة من هاي مثلا، أي طيارة. هاي الطيارة ترفع بالسماء، تتنزل مثلا، أي طيارة أخذها.
Little Ibrahim here wanted a drone. Thanks to make duas come true and your donations, we got him a drone.
This Eid, let's show orphans that they are not alone. Your contribution can help us provide them with love, care, and a memorable celebration.
السلام عليكم، أنا اسمي زينب محمد عباس، عمري 10 سنين. بابا متوفي، بابا كان هنا يشتري لنا ملاعيب ريوق. أنا أحب العيد
أجيبوا لي لعيبة مال باربي على